Brothers and sisters, settle! I come to you this day with great news! My starry disciples, our search is nearly complete! For decades we've toiled and scoured and fished about this wretched continent for that ever-elusive tome, the Grimoire Eternus, the book to end all books, the storied and long-fabled...
The Necronomicon!
Yes, Sister Halo, that's the one. Next time, maybe you let the actual cult leader speak its eternally horrible name, yeah? Thank you. The Necronomicon! Yes! No doubt some among you have questioned its very existence. Our search has been wide and our labor great, with as yet no return. Well, brothers and sisters, it may be that we have come upon its actual location. Brother Bright. Gregory, we talked about this, man. This night, brothers and sisters, our men...
And women...
and women are on their way to retrieve that tome as we speak. Is this not what we've been looking for since our establishment is a legitimate death cult?
Yes!
Is it not in our official membership charter?
Yes!
Is it not we who should be the first and only to lay our hands upon it?
Yes!
Shall we let the abominable butcher or other lesser cults get their stinking paws on our glorious bounty now that it is so closely within our reach?
Yes!
No! And with the Necronomicon finally in our hands, nothing will stop the Haunter from regaining his true form. No end to the work!
No end to the work!
So where is it?
We have found him, brothers and sisters. The man who will lead us to it. We have found him, and we watch. We watch.
Read all about it, sir. Hurricane Herbert, storm of the century.
A storm. That's the least of my worries. Change. Everything's changing. Always changing. What's a Joe supposed to do? You take a new case and it's all you can do to be prepared for whatever it throws your way. The only thing you can know is whatever it's tossed at you won't make any kind of sense butt up against the last thing. It's the change, you see. I've been hired to locate some kind of ancient book. Supposed to have inside of it the kind of stuff makes a Joe's guts turn salt and sallow. Real type mystical mumbo jumbo, which I guess explains the weirdo cults popping up all over Darkham. You know something's left of center when the folks hiring you want to keep themselves all secret-like. Cash is cash, though, and I could really use the milk. That something doesn't change. Put some weight on my man in rare and forbiddens. The kind of pressure makes a Joe's stomach jackflip, and he points me at this dark and ancient library. Dark and ancient? Huh. What's not dark and ancient in Darkham? Damn. Most times, the new is just as bad as the old. Sometimes worse. Well, here it is. Miskatonic Library. Not the, friendliest place in town. And this town and Friendly ain't even in the same zip code. There's tiny graffiti on it. Stay in school. I guess it's an advice column. My gut instinct was telling me I could look at everything a second time, glean extra information that might be useful. Or not. The Pillars of Knowledge. Or just, supporting masonry. Looks like some kind of gargoyle, swallowed almost whole by those dead vines. I'd love to blame it on modern art, but this is really ancient stuff. It's just creepy as hell. Maybe I could use somebody, but this gargoyle ain't it. They really have a vegetation problem out here. It's like these crazy vines are strangling the edifice in a real symbolic way, I think I could fashion crude gloves from my tie to protect my hands from all the thorns and climb up to the 3rd floor, where all the unique and forbidden tomes are rumored to be held. Nah. Not nearly as badly lit as the name would suggest, but more than compensating on the creepy scale. Darkham, horrible hellhole. Never thought I'd stick around when I came here 23 years ago. She was local, young and unstable, and I was probably too much to handle. Then she left me with an empty bottle of 81 proof and a broken heart. The brooding, festering horror of the ancient town. Weird, that just popped into my head from nowhere. Not your prettiest tourist-friendly town. Crescent moon, shining down on the horrid husk of a town that is Darkham. I guess we can use all the light we can get in this dump. Rows and rows of moldy old books. For some reason, they seem particularly unattractive. The more I look at them, the less interesting they get. I don't want to trigger any hidden doors or anything. I'm just here to pick up hints. They really went out of their way to make this place as creepy as possible. I'll bet the common Joe doesn't even know what a bas relief is. That's where folks get strange, ancient diseases by flipping the wrong pages with their bare fingers. Wear protection. Goes for libraries, too. Nah, I do different kinds of studying. It's the popular book section. Apparently, all Daniel Maroon novels. Vatican mysteries and all that. Daniel Maroon's anathemic adventures. Not really my type of literature, but I can take a look at them. It's like that strange, tentacled beast is watching me. That thing is very unnerving. I feel like poking it in its plaster eyes. That desk is literally blocking my access to knowledge. A little on the plain and ugly side, too. That desk is literally... If my detective cylinders aren't misfiring, that's gotta be the librarian. Who would grab and stick to this kind of job in this kind of place? They must have fishhooked them. Free internet'll do that to a Joe. Evening.
Good evening, sir.
The name's Ktype. Don Archetype. Here to see about a book.
Well, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, it's called the Necronomicon. Do you have it?
Oh, that book. Yeah. Let me check. Yeah, they're all lent. All versions of it.
There's more than one?
Why, sure, you've got your... Oh, wait, you're talking about the real Necronomicon, aren't you? Yeah, no, sorry, that doesn't actually exist.
Doesn't exist, huh? My employer seems to think otherwise.
An ancient grimoire full of arcane writings that could summon powerful demonic entities and potentially fold reality onto itself? We don't really carry that kind of stuff here. Chances are it's nothing but a myth, Mr. Ktype.
You, wouldn't happen to be intentionally trying to conceal it from me, would you?
I'm just a librarian, sir. As far as I know, the real Necronomicon is a myth. Sorry to disappoint you. You haven't been the first to come and ask about it, and you probably won't be the last. Definitely our most popular inexistent book.
Who else has been interested in it?
Everyone, from excitable teenagers to these freaky cultist types that seem to crop up everywhere in the last few months. Just when you thought Darkham couldn't get any weirder, these clowns come along and prove you so wrong.
What can you tell me about these cultists?
Well, they come in all shapes and sizes, can't really tell them apart. I mean, it's not like they waltz in here dressed up in ceremonial robes or anything, but you can tell from the way they speak, they're not all there.
No such thing as the Necronomicon, you say? Mind if I, snoop around your collections a little while?
I don't mind personally. You'd have to talk to Mr. Orne about the rare books department, though. At the moment, he's really busy with some new arrivals upstairs, so you'd have to wait a while. But, sir, waste of time, really. That book is just a legend. An ugly, ugly legend.
Aren't you a bit young to be a librarian?
Look, I can tell you come from a different era, but between you and me, that's straight up ageist.
Oh, really? And that, different era business ain't?
Touché, Mr. Ktype. I'm a student, it's a job, it's quiet, it pays the bills.
Gotcha. I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Kerwin. Buzz Kerwin.
That's an interesting surname and an accent that I can't quite place.
Yeah, I'm half Romanian. My mom was born in Transylvania. I kept her family name because it sounds cool, you know?
Never get teased because of that?
No. For Buzz, on the other hand, plenty.
All right, Mr. Kerwin. I guess I'll have to wait. There's a thing on the doorstep there. Looks like a package. It ain't for my nose, but I could, pass it on to the librarian. There's a thing on the... It's this thing I found on the library's doorstep. Looks... I found this thing on the doorstep. Were you expecting a package?
No, not really. Let's see it. There's a note here. Oh, it's for you.
For me? What does it say?
Too long have you meddled in our business, K-type. Here's your chance at a bright future for a change. Mhahahahahaha. Is it me or is this thing ticking? Mr. K-type! He's gone.
Was that you making all that racket, Curran?
No, Mr. Orange, sir. Someone set off a bomb in here. I was about to call the police.
Nonsense! You call this a bomb? You should have seen Dresden, son! Now that was some firepower right there! Clean up a little, will ya?
Okay, sir.